Well, it's time for this week's Here's How. And this week, here's how to get yourself served faster in the supermarket. Whilst waiting in the queue, scratch your skin really hard whilst whispering to yourself. Not mumbling like a madman or a busy guy trying to remember stuff, but whispering like a lunatic. Whisper secrets to yourself, kind of loud, but in a whisper. If you see a person with a trolley, simply tell them, I'm going to jump in front of you because I've only got one thing. It's alright, innit? Just keep your basket or trolley hidden behind you to the side, slightly out of sight. Don't ever say a thing. Talk to the people around you in the queue. Whilst we have to queue down the aisles, with what's going on, you could talk to the people about what's in the aisle around you. That's like a shared interest. Tell them what you would use the item for or what you should use the item for. Like informative, people love a bit of information, don't they? Free info. And then tell them all the different things you could do with the things. Crescendo your ideas until you drop a big one. Don't be overtly perverse with it. You don't want to get arrested or kicked out of the shop. But you could say how whatever you're looking at is really good for cleaning up all of the stains left behind after you've had sex. If they question this or these stains, just claim that it's because of the way you do it. You'll just be like, if they're like, it's not normal to have all these stains. What do you mean, stains? Just be like, well, here's the way that I do it. And then, let on to the guy in front of you or behind you and say, point at him and go, this guy gets it. Front of the queue, mate. Sniff the air around people. This will work better on women and teenagers. Never sniff the person. That's a weird thing to do. But the air around them, that's not theirs. They don't own the air around them. Truthfully speaking, that air doesn't even belong to the supermarket. Tell the person in front of you how they look just like a recently deceased relative from behind. When they turn around, act shocked and just stare. Say, that's uncanny. You look just like her. I'm sorry, this is a really bad thing to ask, but I can't cope with this. Could we have a picture together? My mum's never going to believe that there's a bloke that looks just like me dad shopping in the Asda near her house. We never found his body, Are you married? Do you have kids? When they allow you to take the picture, turn on the crocodile tears and request to go ahead of them in the queue. If and when they say yes, wipe them tears away and repeat the process on the next person. Sometimes, a little threat can go a long way. It may be necessary. If the person in front of you looks like they're about to be paying on card, tell them that unless they let you go ahead of them in the queue, you're going to look over their shoulder as they're putting in the pin and you're going to read their pin out loud to the rest of the shop. Bring some shopping with you from home. Frozen shopping, mind, like from your freezer. Then tell the people in the queue that you need to get to the front because your freezer stuff is melting. If you show them the dripping bags and boxes, they're bound to let you go ahead. Whistle. As loud and as out of tune as possible. Not illegal, just very, very irritating. When told to stop, just carry on. What are they going to do? For added effect, add an extra note every now and then to well-loved whistling anthems like, like that. Piss people off, confuse them. After each rendition, do an announcement of the song in a voice, like it's that voice off the film trailer. Lean just behind people. Not on them, don't touch them. Just lean towards them. And finally, perfectly as well, start random countdowns. People usually reserve a countdown for New Year's Eve. But why not have them all year round? Simply start at 10 and work your way down. As you approach the lower numbers, force yourself to look excited, get giddy in that bonus points if you've already been shopping, and you can aim your excitement towards the already bought shopping, like nodding at it and that. And that's the end of this week's Here's How. Yeah, man, I won't take too much of your time because I know that it's annoying, but now I understand why people actually do this, innit? Like, I thought, want the show to grow, realistically, all I need you to do is share a link to this show around, or the show that you've enjoyed the most. Send it to your mum, your nan, your sister, your mates. I mean, it doesn't have to be a woman, you could send it to your brother or your uncle as well, Just spread it around a bit, mate. That's the best thing you can do for us. Yeah, I'll let you crack on. Thanks for listening, man.